Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of the series that I've been doing lately of songs from albums I've produced. Today I'm going to do a song for you from an album I did in 1999 with a wonderful singer-songwriter named Aengus Finnan. I first met Angus in an interesting way. I was playing with Bill Garrett at the Free Times Cafe in downtown Toronto. And we were downstairs tuning up our guitars, and a knock comes on the door, and I opened it, and there's this young fella, and he says, "Hello, I'm Aengus Finnan, and I'm wondering if I could do a couple of songs to open your show." So Bill and I looked at each other and said, "Well, I guess we'd have to hear you first." So he pulled out his guitar and he sang us a song or two, and he was great singer and wonderful songs. And we said, "Oh, sure, yeah, you can open our show for us." Turns out he was trying to get into the club, but they wouldn't let him in. He didn't have enough money. And so the only way they'd let him in is if he was performing. So he auditioned for us, passed the audition, and there you go. Anyway, Angus and I became friends as of that day. And over the ensuing weeks, months, years, whatever, we started talking together about perhaps doing an album. And I was just starting to put my home studio together. And we decided that we would do an album, and it was one of the first projects that I did in the home studio. And a lot of fun. I've got some pictures from the sessions just for your interest, which I found in my collection. Here's a picture of Angus playing the guitar in front of a microphone. And the next one is Chris Cool, one of the best clawhammer banjo players you'll ever hear. And he was a regular on many of my projects, and he played on this album as well. And here's David Woodhead, usually seen as a bass player, and he did play bass on this album, but here he's overdubbing a piano part in one of the songs. He's also a very good piano player. And Al Cross, probably one of the best, most sensitive drummers for our kind of music, and he was on many albums that I produced. And there he is there. And here's Loretto Reed playing the flute, a wonderful Irish musician, and she played beautifully on this record. And here's the late, great Zeke Mazurek adding some fiddle parts to the album. We lost Zeke a few years ago, but he was a wonderful player. And here are the backup singers, Eve Goldberg, from left to right, Eve Goldberg, Jenny Whiteley, and there's Angus, and then to his left, your right, is John Maybury. And then finally, here's me at the console of Quest Recording Studios in Oshawa, where we ended up mixing the album. And then beside me there is Paul LaChapelle, the owner and engineer at that studio. So the album turned out great. It was called Fool's Gold. Here's the cover. And I'm going to do a song for you from this album, which I love. It's a beautiful, touching song called The War Bride's Waltz, which Angus wrote. And I'm going to give it a whirl for you here. The War Bride's Waltz. Here we go. 1938. At her father's gate, he went down on his knee for her hand. She blushed and she sighed, and both mothers cried. His father divided the land. But a month from the day of the vows they to say, news came from over the sea. A call to enlist, and with one parting kiss, he left with her heart and her plea. Please be strong, love, no need for worry or pride. I'll hold on, love, till you are here by my side. And it won't be long, love, till you return with the tide. With or without, don't ever doubt, one day I'll be your bride. But war has no care for those tender affairs. In death we all look the same. And the man who returned, beaten and burned, could hardly remember her name. Though the love that she gave was enough to have saved an entire legion of men. Day after day, his life slipped away, he was barely a man at the end. Please be strong, love, no need for worry or pride. I'll hold on, love, here I am at your side. And we don't have long, love, for you must leave with the tide. With or without, there'll never be doubt, one day I'll be your bride. Now at 70 years, through laughter and tears, she's had many a kind-hearted friend, but none had the smile, the touch, or the style of the man who waits at the end. Now as winter draws near, his voice she can hear, drifting to her through the night. From his box she unfolds a shirt she might hold as evening surrenders its light. I've been strong, love, no need for worry or pride. I've held on, love, waiting to be by your side. And it's been so long, love, standing alone in the tide. With or without, not once did I doubt. And I come now to you as your bride. The War Bride's Waltz by Aengus Finnan. Beautiful song.